You've heard of gold and silver used as money. We currently use fiat currency as a medium of exchange. Would you accept clamshells as payment? Seashells have been used for centuries as currency from West Africa, the Pacific Islands, and for a brief time in history, a small coastal town in California during the 1930s. Hey everyone, welcome to Campbell's Coins. Being short on currency is not something we think of happening, especially with as much currency printing the Federal Reserve is currently doing. We have seen many hyperinflationary scenarios where cash was so abundant it was used as kindling to start a fire. Have you heard of cash shortages? That's exactly what happened in the early 1930s. In an era of economic turmoil, thousands of banks were failing, and Americans' trust in those institutions had completely evaporated. Fearing that their money was no longer safe at the bank, many people had emptied their accounts and stashed dollars at home, which unfortunately further undermined the banks. To address this situation, President Franklin Roosevelt declared a national bank holiday from March 6th to March 9th in 1933, during which withdrawals were frozen. If you recall from my other videos, in I think it was February of that same year, he had confiscated all the nation's gold from private hands. This bank holiday gave his administration and Congress a chance to stabilize the banking system. The thought of having to go for 4 days without readily available cash shocked most Americans. Around the countries, businesses began issuing IOU-style notes, often called scrip currency, in the form of metal or wooden tokens, and newly formed paper currency, so that everyday transactions could continue even when retailers couldn't easily issue change to customers. In Pismo Beach, California, however, locals turned to a different source, the shells of the pismo clam, a large edible clam once plentiful in the coastal waters of central California. Clams were already an icon of Pismo Beach, which prided itself as the clam capital of the world. So it wasn't surprising that local businesses would turn to clams as a temporary medium of exchange while unable to acquire small change from the local banks. At least 11 local businesses started to issue clams bearing their store's name and signature along with a monetary value written on the outside of the clamshell. These were a placeholder for, quote, real currency, unquote. Additionally, some stores began adding common phrases such as, "In God We Trust," to their clams. Denominations would vary from 25 cents to $20 depending upon the store, and would be reflected by the size of the clam, with larger clams holding higher denominations. The types of services you could receive for Pismo's local script varied greatly as many local businesses began to issue clams. I thought this was a really cool story, and it shows that basically anything can be used as money as long as everyone agrees to it. I'm going to be releasing a video, I think, this Sunday that's going to dive deeper into money, specifically gold and silver. And it's going to go along the lines of what actually can be money and, can anything just be money? If you ever have the chance to visit Pismo Beach in California, I highly recommend it. The best clam chowder you will ever have is at Splash Cafe. The best cinnamon rolls are at Old West Cinnamon Rolls, and the softest sand between your toes are at the beach. Before I end this video, I want to give a quick shout out to a great channel on here, Silver Oceans. I know, ocean theme today. He sent me a letter, but it was returned to sender because I had closed my P.O. box last year. He messaged me about this and the return mail, and I had been thinking about setting up another P.O. box, so I just pulled the trigger, went down to the post office, and started up another P.O. box. I told him to resend it again. He resent the letter, but it was returned for a second time. The culprit, the post office never put my name on the new box. I got everything sorted out down there, and I asked Silver Oceans to resend for a third time. He did, and now I have this inception of envelopes with a great letter from him. Campbell's Coins, you're an inspiration, brother. We still need to figure out a collaboration. Silver Oceans. I couldn't agree more, man. Thank you so much, Silver Oceans. We will do a collaboration soon. Ladies and gents, check out Silver Oceans here on YouTube. Really smart insight and a very nice dude. Your time is your most precious asset, and I appreciate you spending it here with me. If you're interested in other topics like this one, check out the other videos I have on my channel. Thank you all for watching. This is Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.